right, ready for our second press conference. Welcome back to the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum. It's a championship week here for the NCAA Men's Basketball Division III National Semifinals and Final. These are the Wednesday press conferences. Our team here now with us is the Guilford Quakers, 26-4 this season. They went 13-3 in the ODAC. That was third place, and they lost out in the conference tournament quarterfinals. But once they got in the tournament, here's how their road to Fort Wayne went. They defeated Berry 87-70. They beat Penn State Harrisburg 76-59. Keene State 82-60. And they beat Christopher Newport in that thriller 50-48. This is their third national semifinal appearance. Previous ones were 2009 and 2010. Third place both those years, and both those years were in Salem, Virginia. Quakers are riding a streak of 12 wins in their last 14 games, and including obviously their last 4 in a row. So my pleasure to introduce Coach Palumbo. Coach, some comments, and then we'll take some questions.
Yeah, obviously we're excited to be here. Really happy for our guys. It's going to be a great experience for them, not just the basketball team and the basketball program, but you know our families, our friends, the Guilford community to really celebrate this and enjoy it and embrace it. That's what we try to do.
All right, our student athletes. Nearest to me is Julius Birch. In the middle there, Tyler Dierman, and on the far side, Luke Proctor. I guess Tyler, let's start off with the one everyone wants to know. Just talk about, the Christopher Newport ties the game, and what's the thought process? How did that play go down?
Really came down to the last 12 seconds. My teammates trusted me with the ball. I just wanted to put my head down, get to the rim, see one go in. So that's all that really mattered. So it was great to see.
I've got you down as the top scorer still playing basketball, still in the tournament. 20.1. You had a tough shooting night that night, but 20 straight games in double figures this year, and matched your high with 12 rebounds the other night, I think. Matched your career high. So just talk about how that game was working for you and how you were making other plays, to help the team.
So yeah, it's not gonna be our night every night, but we can always impact defensively and go into the glass and get rebounds. So if I wasn't making shots, that's the best way I can make an impact was, defend and get as much rebounds as possible.
And Julius, it was working for you in that game. You had 21 points. What was going right for you that night?
I think getting downhill and attacking space was really working for me. Being aggressive. They did a really good job defensively of playing tight to our guards with handoffs and setting up ball screens. So attacking that space that was available since their guys were tied up onto them, I had more room to operate going left and right with the big man sagging off a little bit. So that worked for me getting downhill. I missed some layups in the first half, but composed myself, focused, and they were able to fall in the second half.
Nice. Luke, you had a perfect shooting night that night. 4 of 4, 1 of 1, 2 of 2. You just couldn't get enough shots up, I guess, right? So, you guys talk about how the game was going for you.
Yeah, obviously CNU is a really good defensive team. They put a lot of pressure on the guards, like Julius said, and I was kind of just attacking my space that I was giving as well. I think just about all my points came off either kickouts from tying offensive rebounds, or coming off ball screens or handoffs and just getting to the mid-range spot and elevating.
And then I saw some video, from the game. We obviously watched it, but can you talk about the atmosphere that night and how it is on campus right now with you guys making it to the semifinals? Anybody? Yeah, you just take a turn.
The atmosphere that night was just amazing. The fans, they kept us in the game. We were up 7 at one point. Thought we was going to turn the page and flip the script, but they made a really good push and they went up 4. And the fans stood beside us. It was great. Craig, he's rolling with the flag. Got everyone going. It was just a really great atmosphere, as has been the first 2 weekends, and we really loved it, and we really appreciate them for it. And then the atmosphere on campus is just great. Everyone's supportive. Everyone's trying to make it here to help us push through and keep getting it done.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't give them a big enough thanks. That was pretty much our 6th man basically on the court. So having them try to come up here to Fort Wayne would be even great. So.
Yeah, obviously it helps when you got 200 plus students cheering me on as loud as they can, stomp on the bleachers and all that. And obviously we got friends and family in the stands too. So I think whenever we got in a tough spot, we just kind of relied on the fans a little bit to give us that extra boost to keep going, and hopefully they'll come out for Wayne and help us as well.
Hey, Coach, I want to talk about one of the keys to success for you this year. Here's what I think is the key. Tyler Dearman, 30 starts. Julius Burks, 30 starts. Luke Proctor, 30 starts. Caleb Ferris, 30 starts. And Rob Littlejohn, 30 starts. That consistency game in and game out is going to be pretty nice for you.
Yeah, it's been critical for us. I think our guys understand what their roles are, and being settled into those. Not that it maybe doesn't get changed game to game with scoring and things like that, but I think they know what to expect. They know, everybody knows who's starting, everybody knows who's playing. And I think that's, being healthy has been fantastic for us. And I mean, can't lie, it's been a big part of it. We haven't had to deal with any of that stuff. It's been a big reason for our success, for sure.
No question. Anybody out here? Yep.
I guess for any of you guys, any of the players, you guys already played Guilford once this season. You're in this game.
Hammond City.
What?
Are
Oh,
you-
I'm sorry. Hammond City. I'm sorry. I apologize. You already played them once this season. They were number 2 at the time. You gave them one of their only losses of the season. How much confidence does that give you going into this one, just knowing them and knowing you played them before?
I think just this tournament run in general gives us a lot of confidence going into this game, knowing the teammates, like you said, the consistency that we have, knowing each other, gives us a lot of confidence in this game. That win was earlier in the season. They were number 2. That was one of their losses, but they're here with us, so they're playing some really good ball. They're going to play great defense. We're going to play great defense, and we're all going to crash the boards really hard. So it's going to be a tough, gritty game, but we're going to do what we do. We're going to rebound. We're going to defend, and we're going to keep playing with each other. And that has got us this far, and we're going to keep doing it to proceed.
Hey, Coach, that game was 102 days ago. I looked it up. Can you have any carryover from a game that's 102 days ago?
No, I don't think so. It was so long ago. Obviously we watch the film and see what transpired in that game. But both teams are completely different. I mean, both teams are way better than they were in December. And hopefully, we're not to this point without that. But it's like Julia said, both teams are on a roll right now. We're very similar in how we defend and rebound. It's always been a big key when we play those guys, and it'll be a big key tomorrow too.
Nice. Yep.
Coach, I wanted to ask you specifically about your relationship with Caleb, and obviously you've known him for a long time. What makes him a good coach, and just how excited are you that he's in the Final Four along with you?
Yeah, I'm really excited for him. Caleb's great as a player, and as a player, he's one of the most competitive guys I've ever had in practice before. Not just like when you play 5-on-5 and keep score, but if we're just doing a drill, a simple drill, he's trying to win. He's trying to, dominate the other guy, even though it's his teammates, his opponent in the drill. He carried that over as a coach, as assistant coach for us, and certainly now as a head coach. You can see his team plays with the passion and fire that he coached with. But as good a coach he is, just a great guy. We've been talking the whole time here. He's fantastic. He's phenomenal. I love the guy.
And then also, Coach, for you, obviously you were here a couple times before in 2009 and 2010, and in this spot, not in Fort Wayne, I guess. How does Fort Wayne compare to Winston-Salem?
It was a lot more, Salem, Virginia, but it was a lot more difficult to get here than it was for us to get to Salem. We could hop on the bus and get there in 2 hours, and here we're, let's just say we made it here. Like the Top Gun Maverick, Miracle 1, we're here. We are here.
Tyler, I mentioned the scoring this year. Talk about your role, how you kind of carried that role as the lead scorer on a really good basketball team.
I mean, when we look at it, yeah, I'm the stats, I'm the leading scorer, but it's really a team thing. We use a lot of screens, like handoffs, different plays and stuff to get me open. So it's just credit to our good offense, and I think that just shows like how good our offense could be.
And Luke, can you talk about, gosh, your league and how good your league is? You got 2 teams here playing each other in the national semifinals.
Yeah, the ODAC is incredible, top to bottom. It's a great league. I know every night is a dogfight, and my freshman year, I think it was our first ODAC game, and we were playing a team that was kind of towards the bottom of the league, but it was a close game the whole way. And I think Coach P said something after the game. He told me like every game's a dogfight in this league, and no game is going to be easy, and you can't look past each opponent, or one opponent at least. And so ODAC's just, it's so tough.
Anybody else?
Number 1 defensive team in the nation right now. Coach and the players, what's your mindset, that leads to your success on the defensive end?
I think we go into every night, trying to defend the opposing team like they've never been guarded before. So that's what we're going to look forward to doing tomorrow. They're in our league, so there's always great defense in our league, but we're going to come out, we're going to try to make it as hard as possible for them to score the way they want to score, and try to make them score the way we want them to score, and do our best at that.
And they mentioned the defensive, obviously where you're in the country, but you guys feel like you can also play the up-tempo game, you can, a higher scoring game as well? Anybody want to take that?
So yeah, I think when we get rolling, I mean, we can really put some points on the board. So, but as long as we limit the other team from scoring as much as us, I mean, we're fine what the score is.
On tough part is they're gonna try to do the same thing to us.
That's it.
Whoever does it better, that's probably who wins.
Nice chance here, anybody? All right, thank you, coach and players. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.